Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild and I really like the Mars. I don't know why. The Mars planet here, or the Mars-like planet here is really, I don't know. I really like it. It's it's weird, but so I moved the truck and I found some ore deposits, but they are pretty deep down. Uranium, I already dug for the uranium, and I'm avoiding to turn around because I've made work. I've made a bit more work than I should have done, maybe, but I will show you around for a second. So, I've cleared up the upper deck, made a bit of a section that shows where the roof will be, added a laser that's not finished yet, and I have a trailer now. So this thing is absolutely nice. This thing works out pretty well with the trailer and the machine in the front, the truck, I don't know how to call it. Is they work a bit independent now, so that this thing this thing can stand on different ground than the other thing. It's pretty neat. A noise in the background. Not someone. My Google Home device started to talk, and I wanted to at least hear what it has to say because I'm alone in the house. Nobody asked it. Maybe it just informed me about updates, and I don't know. It's okay. And now the independence, that they both work independent from each other. So again, it can stand on a bit of hilly terrain, and I don't have problems with it. Don't know, being raised up in the air or something. The wheels rising, and also I can jack this up. Jack this up. That sounds dumb. Bring this up with pistons, and maybe not do the truck in the front or the rover in the front. So because sometimes I have the problem that this spins around, and then you have to bring the pistons in so these can spin back into place. That's, by the way, that's one thing that you can really do with the spring. If there was a problem that I didn't set these wheels correctly, and then they basically turned around the whole thing. The trailer then lay flat on the ground, and so I had to add these jacks in the back, the pistons in the back, so that I can bring the wheels back up again. But now it works good. I've set the wheels right and all this stuff. I was attacked, by the way, and it must have been from the station back there when I came back from orbit. I brought in some stuff, and then I might have been too close to this pirate base, and they sent this thing after me. It's not a drone. It's like a fighter they brought in. It's, to me it looks like Airwolf. I don't know if you know that series. It's an 80s TV show with a helicopter that had a black upper side and a white side down below, and this looks kind of similar. This thing had an AI pilot. That's a weird thing because that's no mod that I have installed. It must have come with EM or with one of the other mods. So there was a pilot sitting in there, and I have the pilot in one of my built-in repair systems because when I replaced it, the pilot basically, it's an AI pilot. I can show you that. But I had problems with that, bringing that up again. I destroyed this side of the lander, and it was chaos. But you can see that I brought a platform back in to have a place where the lander can connect up. And oh, what is this? Why is this not? Why is this not connected? Okay. Connector. It should be ready to lock. Yes. So that I can bring in materials for the rover, and then and then have this thing connected up to the rover itself. I don't have to manually transfer the stuff. Nice, nice. I made this walkway on the trailer so that I can get to the front without having to fly. That's one thing. I didn't find a lot of ice, so hydrogen and oxygen at the moment are coming from orbit, and that has to change. There is, I think, ice in one of the craters, in the crater there. I will have to investigate that, but going there by hand at the moment is not so nice. You can see I moved some things downstairs here, brought in a medical station, made an oxygen generator, and moved also the steering equipment down here and the remote control, just so I can drive it from down here. This will be... Oh, what's this? Oh, that was a crazy, crazy bump. Yeah, with this thing I can steer it now. And one thing I want to do today is I want to drive there. As far as I know, this thing has no gun, and so we will go there and take a look if we can salvage anything from that thing. It seems to be a crashed ship. I investigated a bit but didn't go too close to it. This civil thing, Infinity, I'm reckoning this thing has guns. So before we go there, we will have to arm maybe up a bit more. And this thing is not ready because I'm missing power cells, and I hadn't have enough power cells to complete both of these batteries. I think, I don't know, I'm not sure if the other one is ready because they're both ready. That's good. Because again, while I attempted to ride this small fighter back up, I destroyed the seen from here, the right side of the ship with all the stuff that was inside and all the cargo containers and the thrusters. It was crazy. It was crazy. And again, I will have to do something about the solar cells. Again, I'm thinking about a small ISIS controlled solar panel that I might bring up. And we will have to introduce a reactor at one point. But the thing is, I don't have a lot of uranium right now. Digging for it is pretty crazy. And it's a long way down here, 108 meters. But maybe I will have to do that as long as we have limited resources, because I know I don't want to fly constantly up and down. I changed the wheel wells. Someone told me how they are called, and now I forgot it. But these wheel houses, I think, I changed them a bit. I didn't like them all too much. I made an elevator. For now, it is just maybe a substitute for something better later, but we will see. It works out the way it is. I don't have to fly a lot anymore. That's the thing I definitely want to have. So maybe we go up the elevator. I show you. It's just two small pistons that are sitting on this rotor. Maybe I have to make it a bit more beautiful later. At the moment, it doesn't work too well together with the jacks down, the pistons down, but I can jump up here and that works out. This will change a bit. I thought about this, and this might change a bit. So we can just press a button. We get up to the airlock. Later, I definitely want to make this thing airtight. So we will maybe introduce some oxygen farms later. Not now. We will see how that works out. The good thing is now I can replace O2 and hydrogen. All this stuff I can replace here, and I don't have to get into the cockpit of the planetary lander. This stuff will move to later, but for now it works out as it is. So let us drive towards this civil thing there. Again, there seems to be a lot of solar panels on there. Maybe we can do one thing before we go too close to it, because I brought in not another mod, but yeah, I have a mod in there that I haven't used a lot by now, and maybe we should see if we can use this for anything good. Okay, so let us bring everything down. People said that there might be problems in the future, and I have to say yes, that could be true, that I have to maybe add more wheels. For now, all these wheels are powered, so even the one in the back are able to power this thing when it drives, and they are at the moment also. Oh, one thing I should do is maybe turn off the rotors are shown on the HUD, and that is not necessary anymore. So I might go back to here when I try to get a bit more materials. So the back wheels are also the wheels on the trailer are also steering. That's a nice thing. It all works out. One thing that was mentioned is that not all wheels always touch the ground. Yes, I'm not sure if I can prevent this. Let us stop here. If there's something on there, then we might not want to drive towards it too crazy. Let us take the camera and see if we can get any. Oh, it's turned around, but I don't see any guns here. See, that's what I brought in. I have a gimbal on the camera right now, so I don't see anything from here. Maybe we can just continue to drive towards it and stay on this side of the whole thing, so that we hopefully stay out of range of any guns if there's something on the other side. I hope that I can get some power cells in there. I'm not sure what else needs power cells. The batteries, I'm not sure if I will get any of these, but let us see what's in there. These crash racks will pose a good way to get to materials that we maybe are not getting right now. One thing I want to do today too is establish an assembler and hopefully a refinery if we have enough materials for it, and then we will see. So by the way, here you can see that the flexibility of the whole thing, that's neat. So the trailer again stays on the ground, while the rest, because they are independent from each other, we have it easier to okay, stay on this side. That's what I've seen. There seems to be no guns. So, there's more uranium. Uranium close to the surface. That's what I'm searching for. Oh, yes. That's better, because if it's close to the surface, we can mine it and then hopefully the truck can pick it up. Let us bring this down so we are anchored. The jack makes it easier to just stay in one spot. One thing the whole wheel assembly here does is it messes up when it comes to rolling this thing rolling away, maybe. Okay, I see no guns. I see a control seat. There is power on that thing because it has batteries. And then cargo containers. Can we get to it? One thing I want to do is save before I do that. Because one thing I don't know is if this thing belongs to a different faction. If that makes something when I get to it. Communications equipment, batteries, all lighting, access denied, battery, dorsal light, interior light, port. I want to see if there's a turret or something like on that. Stern com, stern port, stern turret, access denied. Okay. So it's good that we came from this side. Maybe on the other side is a turret. So let us. I don't see anything. It could be underground or something like that. Oh, okay. It seems I can salvage this thing without getting into much trouble with the other factions here. So that's a good thing. Maybe we should do that. By the way, I didn't take a look if there's anything. No, doesn't seem to be anything in here. Or no. Yeah, then I would say we salvage this thing, grab everything that we can, and hopefully get some good materials out of it. I will do that and then maybe go and mine for a bit of uranium, take a look where it is, and then we prepare assembler, refinery, all that stuff. While I was digging yesterday, I had a bit of a problem, and that's not twofold, but it's one thing is I can't see how much stuff I get because sometimes the built-in repair system is just quicker to gather that stuff, so I don't see if I get uranium or something like that. And then I have another one. The automatic drill on the asteroid base is still drilling. It produces a big amount of junk that's flying around. And the problem with that is, as soon as I sometimes drill, everything that I grab here or can grab vanishes. Because I have a certain amount of objects that can float in space. And after that, everything else gets deleted. And the drill on the asteroid base produces so much floating objects. I have the feeling that that I sometimes am not able to pick everything up. that's a crazy problem, but I will deal with it. I couldn't foresee that. It would have been nice to know that, because then I would have just turned it off and just, yeah, not used it as long as I'm not there. But it works. Another thing that I discovered while I was cleaning up my world was that all the ships on the Earth-like planet, all ships that had vector thrust on them, my ice sailor and my big big block transporter, they got both destroyed. They destroyed themselves by rolling over or flipping, or I don't know. The landing platform was completely messed up. Nothing shot at them, so there was nothing else shot. It was just these ships that got destroyed. And the other ship I had to delete, the two cockpit vector thrust ship. I had to delete. I made a blueprint of it, so I still have it, but I had to delete it. It messed with the game because it wouldn't stop to turn around. And as all the time when I got into the vicinity of the ship, it spun me around too, very slowly, but I couldn't help it anymore. And then the game slowed down. The whole yeah, I had big problems there, and I'm not sure what that was. If it's just because I'm normally so far away or whatsoever. I couldn't fly it away. Turning on the thrusters did nothing. The ship wouldn't just take off. It would just stay where it is. It would wiggle and move a bit sometimes, but I'm not sure what that is. And I tested it, then used creative tools to spawn it back in, and it wouldn't stop. So it wouldn't stop to spin. And I'm not sure what that is. Turning off everything, turning the whole ship off, wouldn't do anything. Turning off the rotors didn't do anything. So I'm not sure what got to the ships there, but for some reason they got destroyed, and I can't say why. While this ship gets dismantled, I'm working on the rover a bit more. I have copied over the design for the wheelhouses, and now I'm working on other stuff. I drilled down, you saw that, and I'm now don't know, I'm fixing stuff and building stuff new. If I do anything more critical again with setting up the machines and all that stuff, then I will definitely come back to you. The wreck is removed. Now we can start to set up stuff that we need. I again want to have an assembler and maybe a refinery. Assembler might be at the moment just better because we can just use the assembler to maybe dismantle components and then use them later. But I'm not too... Yeah, we'll just set it up that way. I'm not too sure if we have enough materials for that. We should, but I'm not completely sure. So we have everything for this stuff. What I now want to see is how much stuff does the assembler take for energy cells, power cells. We need silicon, we need iron, we need nickel, and I want to see what we might have. We might have some of these, but that doesn't help a lot. We have computers, so we might be able to just dismantle some computers. Nickel. And we have motors, I'm pretty sure. So let us see the assembler. And we will go for cargo. Yeah, we have definitely have enough, I hope, for the stuff we want to do. So now let us grab some, I would say 200 of this too, and then some computers. We have also a lot of computers. That's good. I didn't know how much stuff the ship could bring in, and now we will just disassemble everything that's in here. And hopefully we get enough for some power cells that we then can assemble, and can. I think we need 10 or so, and then we at least have a laser that protects us a bit. Do we have a nice place for a refinery? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to set up the trailer at the moment. I think the refinery would be good on the trailer, but I don't know how I should set it up at the moment. I also would like to have maybe bigger cargo containers. So we could put some cargo containers on one of the sides and maybe a refinery on the other, and hope that this works. I will have to move the pistons in the back anyway at one point, and maybe move them out to maybe more in the front, because people said, yeah, maybe make something to pick up a small rover, and maybe a lift, maybe something that is able to unmerge from the big rover, something like that. I thought more about something like another 80s TV series, Knight Rider. They had a truck as their headquarters, and the Knight Rider was a car, and it drove up a ramp in the back, and maybe that's a thing we want to take a look at, so that we can drive up a ramp in the back, and then have a space so in the back of the trailer where we can store a rover or more rovers. I'm not sure. I also need something to store more ships. We now have something to get around. The Robber Fly LRP, for example, that seems to be a good way to just fly around. It has an ore detector. That's good, because I can then just fly around with it and find more ores around us. I also want to have a way to drill, at least. And I'm thinking about some things not special there. I'm not sure. There's a script that you can use to make robotic arms. And that would be a neat thing, having something like that. Astroneers, for example, has a drill arm, so a thing you can just use to drill out things. Maybe that would be neat to have. I'm not sure yet, but we will see how that works out later. So the assembler, let us take a look if it's done. If it's done, then I can start to make. It's not done yet, so what's the hold up? Okay, it's just so if you go away from disassembling, it stops disassembling. That's not good. Okay, I will just stay on the disassembling. So good. Yeah, that's all stuff that we will set up in the next time. I'm working more on the exterior. I'm not sure if you really want to see that, how I work just on the exterior, and I usually show it to you. You have your say, and if I have something more interesting like robot arms or something like that, I will definitely come and show that to you. That will be interesting. A few more weapons would be nice. I kind of want to get rid of this thing. We need at one point just a bit of a way to get rid of enemies, because we don't know what else might shoot at us. I also want to take a look for this thing, and then hopefully get more materials that we can use. if I can use these things, these builds or bases that I find on the surface, then I might not ever have to use the planetary lander again to bring in stuff. Then I hopefully am able to just gather everything that I need and maybe don't have to do too much drilling. For a rover, it's always a bad thing to drill out the area because a rover needs to get around, and if there's holes and craters everywhere, that's bad for a rover. I'm not... yeah. Again, I want to be able to drill, but maybe we keep it to rocks lying around or some really shallow stuff, like stuff down there, because you saw that the uranium is relatively close to the surface. That helps. We will see. But that's a good thing. The rover is also a thing with endless possibilities. So we can do definitely more with it. Okay, people, but I think that's all for today. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.